Hey guys, Max here. In this video, I'm going to go over three questions specifically to ask yourself before you even think about becoming an entrepreneur or doing your own thing, being your own boss. These three questions are going to be super important before you even start. So before you put hashtag entrepreneur on your Instagram profile, answer these three questions, and I promise you, your journey will be a lot less bumpy than the one I was on. So let's go. Number one, what are your top three skills? If you want to be a vlogger on YouTube and you suck at talking in front of the camera, you're probably not going to be a successful vlogger. I think about the American Idol auditions I've seen in my childhood and how some of these people go in there and you're just thinking, how do they think that they're going to be a pop star when they can't even hold a high C? And it's crazy because their families lied to them, they've lied to themselves, they're delusional, period. So you, before you go on American Idol and embarrass yourself and your family, figure out what your three skills are. And that means you may have to ask people and ask them the truth. That probably means you gotta give them a couple drinks. So give them a couple drinks and ask them the truth. What are my skills? Because if you don't have skills in being organized, using your time wisely, and asking for sales as an entrepreneur or as a business owner, you're not going to succeed. You're better off being an employee. But with that being said, that's not a bad thing. But figure out what those skills are and really start focusing on those skills, honing those skills, and becoming the best person you can with those skills, period. Number two, figure out why you're breathing. From your lungs, I know that, but the why in your life. The why could be a variety of things. It could be eliminating hunger on Earth. It could be providing for my two young kids at home with my wife or husband. It could be giving my kids a college foundation or college, fund. It could be a variety of different things, but you got to figure out what that is, because if the why is something not profound that strikes you in the heartstrings, you will fizzle out faster than you can say, let's go. You just will. The why has to be so profound that it transcends everything. It transcends time, really, and that's what a legacy is. So figuring out what your legacy is and why you're actually standing up each morning and going about your business is going to be super paramount. So if you have not figured out your why, figure out why you're breathing, not the lungs, but figure out why you're working hard, and I promise you this route will be far more satisfying, and you will have more satisfaction in your life knowing what your specific why is, the why. And thirdly, what are your motives? What's the motivation behind what you're doing? Because I've seen so many, quite a few, in groups I'm on Facebook and different entrepreneur groups, and the motivation is dollar signs. If we go back to number two, legacy is so important. I think it's important to you. That's why you're watching this. It's important to me. And the motivation, if it is dollar signs, again, you're going to fizzle out. You're going to burn out because dollar signs are never, ever satisfied. There are people with literally billions of dollars who are very unhappy because that lust and that greed, that lust over money, that greed, it never ends. No matter you have $100,000 in the bank or if you have $100 million, it doesn't matter. Being content with who you are, what you have, and who you are right in this moment is super important. So go with clear motives. Let your motives be pure. Your motives to help people, to figure out what the why is, let that be a pure motive. Let it not be based upon things or selfish motives, because people figure that out really fast, and all it takes is one bad Instagram post, one offensive thing, and you've tarnished your name. Don't be selfish. Choose the motive that's something that's very pure. Promise you. Pure motives and authenticity go so much further in this 21st century than anything you could ever advertise on. That authenticity and that truthfulness is going to help you become super successful. Those are three super important questions. So answer three of those before you do anything whatsoever. Be okay with where you are, whether that's working a $15 an hour job, a crappy job, waiting tables, whatever it is. Answer those questions. And those questions may take a little while to answer. These are not, let me answer this in 5 minutes. No, these are thought-provoking questions, things that have taken me months to even figure out, what's my why? It took me a long time to figure that out, and now I figured that out, and it's super, super encouraging to live from that. And the reason I wake up each morning is to pursue that why. So figure out those 3 questions are, you will have so much more success, and you'll have a really good blueprint and map on where you are going. But what else is there? I know there's got to be other things to ask. Those are 3 really profound ones that I'd encourage everyone to ask. But what other questions would you encourage anyone to ask before they start any new journey of life? Comment below. I want to see what else there is. Create some banter. Maybe those are some things that I can touch on the next video and really start understanding and asking myself some of those tough questions. So comment, subscribe below. I would love to hear some feedback. Talk to you guys soon. Love ya.